I bet you never thought a business card would sell for like 80 grand.
I don't even have business cards.
I don't know if I've ever actually used them.
Actually, so have you ever had a business card?
Yeah, so I don't know if I've actually.
I kind of, have you seen the business cards that people have now with all of their, that's the thing, that's how crazy this is, how things have changed so much over the years. There are business cards now, I forget what the company's called, but there are business cards now that instead of, I mean, I guess it could have what your profession is, but you could have a QR code on it or just all your social medias, and like people use it as almost an icebreaker in conversations. Like I've seen guys,
it's still like
girls
paper form, like paper,
yeah, it's like
card stock.
It's nice stock though. It's like a little bit of exclusive, a little thick. Probably like
how many C's? 2 C's?
Probably 2 C's, yeah, 3 C's, maybe some
no K,
porridge.
Okay.
No K's, yeah, that's too much thickness. But there's definitely, I've seen them, and it's like, it's smart. But yeah, business cards, no. I mean, I think I got them once for my first job.
Yeah.
And it was like, I had like it's like what, like 6,000 for like, I got it for free because the work gave them to me, but it's like 6,000, 10,000 for like 35 cents.
Right. And
but they're cool.
You end up giving out like 5 of them.
Like they're cool to be like, here, I'm Nick Callahan, take this card.
They sit there on the desk and they just look cool.
You know what? I might make business cards. I just give them to people on the street.
And what do they, what would they say?
It would just be zingers, maybe like a nickname. Maybe false information. Probably
like a fortune cookie kind of thing?
I would do a fortune cookie, and I'm not sure if I have those powers yet, but I think I would put something on there like a fraudulent phone number and it'd be like, call this for emergency, and then lead them to like Papa John's on South Street or something. So they might be upset, but they also could get a cheese slice.
So would we get a percentage of the sales if they go and buy something?
No, we'd have to ask Papa. So I think he'd decline. I think he's in prison, actually. But if you're not, good for you.
All right, speaking of prison, we do have something on it from Al Capone in this auction. But all right, we are here with another list of podcasts, ranks, reviews, whatever we feel like talking about every week. Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, all of it. We're talking about R&R auctions today, which specializes in autographs, and this one is actually their February version. It's called Remarkable Rarities. We'll start out with the business card. How about that? Steve Jobs notoriously didn't sign anything. He would avoid signing stuff whenever he could. There are different occasions, like for business purposes and things like that, to help out his business, but also one of the most, if not the highest on auction record of a Steve Jobs autograph is a letter that he signed when somebody sent it to him asking for autograph. He says he doesn't sign autographs like that, and he signed the bottom. Yeah, so they actually have it. But this is an Apple business card from '83. It's graded at 10, which doesn't really matter for Steve Jobs because as long as it's authentic, there's really nothing out there. Business cards, I mean...
This is what's cool about this item, and you guys are probably looking at it right now on the screen. What's cool about this item is, first of all, his full name's Steven, but I always thought the logo was supposed to be a bite out of the apple. That's not the case. There was an A there.
Maybe it started out as a bite.
I don't think. No, because
well, it just fits nice.
But I think that is the coolest part because that must be the original Apple logo.
Yeah.
Kind of a shit autograph though.
That's how he signs.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to it.
Lowercase and there's every letter.
There's no calligraphy. This is something that could have been done in magic marker.
Yeah, it looks like a Sharpie.
Your classic business card though. A little bit of color. Not much details.
Anybody else you'd like to have a business card of that comes to mind that you'd actually think would be like something like Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter? What would his business card look like?
Probably a piece of leather.
Alligator leather?
Yeah, like an old mitt. You know what I mean?
That'd be a weird one.
I'd break it in like an old mitt.
Somebody's business card that would probably have a fake name on it is this next item, Al Capone, 1926, a gold coin Chicago bank document. So it's for over 25 grand. Anything Capone, obviously, you know exactly what it probably has connections to. Chicago, notorious hub of gang activity. But
what is this again?
It's a banknote.
And he signed it?
Twice signed gold.
What an idiot. Why would you be going to the bank and opening up things if you're stealing all this money?
I don't know exactly the reason behind this specific item as why you go to the bank, but...
Teresa Capone, his wife May Capone.
Maybe he wanted to also look like he was not doing anything.
I want to know why did they name a thin cigarette off of him, and why do I like to smoke
Convicted of income tax evasion, 1931. Twice signed. Capone
he went to Alcatraz.
Yeah, I was going to say, what was he? How many of the major gangster movies was he the subject of? Of the major ones?
I don't think any of them.
Really?
Maybe one.
Like none were based on him. Like
I mean, I'm
Scarface
sure they're Scarface. I don't know. Tony Montana. That's
Right.
not Al Capone. He's not from Cuba selling cocaine.
Right. Yeah. I'm just trying
If anything,
I'm just
it would be
going through-
like-
I'm just going through the movies.
Gangs, maybe like Gangs of New York, like off of stories that contain him, or the one with what's the one with Johnny Depp? Oh, it's a great movie though. It's not. I'm thinking of Blow. It's not Blow. Salma Hayek's bad as fuck though. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure there is, but there's not. I don't think the big ones, like any of the big series, are based off of. I don't know who this is.
Yeah, you do. Or one by Wright. First ones to make an airplane.
Yeah.
In the sky, this is a letter that's in letting France like have negotiations for the Wright flyer to pave the way for negotiations for a flyer with the French Minister of War, actually.
So this is to get clearance for the fly zone.
No, to potentially use a flyer in France. In negotiations for the Wright flyer. So, it talks about, like they say, we're friendly, well, we remain friendly with their country. Yeah, so 25 francs forfeit to be certain that it's impossible. Yeah, I mean, anything with them, obviously, it's just so
historical.
It's so crazy just to even think about, like, them sitting around and trying to, like, contemplate the possibilities of something like that.
Well, imagine getting it built and be like, all right, we're gonna fly this.
And how many times they...
That's the thing. How do you try it and fail?
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing about when you're like, oh, we want to try and fail something. You're scared to fail. Imagine trying to fly a fucking plane and failing and just crashing and doing it again.
You were there when we went to, well, obviously, but I think I went to go see it twice now. In an Air and Space Museum in Washington, D.C., the actual... in the model recreation of the Wright flyer, and it has like the actual wing, but everything else is restored or whatever because
it's like paper.
It's
wood.
Something else that's there is
it's like a kite. It's
the Armstrong spacesuit from his, from that Moonwalk. This is a letter that actually is about somebody reached out and said, "Hey, are you going to be afraid or prepared for aliens?" Actually, on the Moonwalk. And he was like, actually, honestly, we're not. So you could say, will you be able to defend yourselves if you've run into aliens? And he's like,
That's not his signature.
Yeah, isn't it cool? You know,
it's cool, but like it doesn't look like. I see the I and the L. That's it.
The big N in the front and the big A.
But that's not. I don't sign my end like that.
How do you sign your end?
I've seen a couple of big A's though. How you telling?
How many C's? 2 C's or?
Oh, we're doing C's again?
We're back to the C's. But yeah, 1969, NASA letterhead. They're getting ready to. They'll be doing the historic Moonwalk in July, so this is a couple months before. But basically, they actually read a book about.
Get out of here!
Yeah.
No way. How long was this?
I read a book about.
How many pages was it?
I don't read the whole thing, but it just about.
You spark notes it.
The types of letters and types of things he would get, like just the amount of different before and after of the amount of different like types of mail from just like little kids, but also just like crazy mail to like looking up to them as trying to want to be an astronaut.
Yeah, you always forget about that. Like, oh, I want to be an astronaut.
Right.
Exactly. I don't think I'd ever want to be an astronaut. I don't even think I'd want to go to the moon if I was accepted.
Really?
Because. Think about it.
What about Mars?
You're going to the moon or Mars solely so you can endure the flight there and flight home, hopefully successful, just to say that you were there. There's nothing there. That's it. Nothing there. What are you going to pick up? Bring it back sand, which would be cool. A moon rock would be cool. But like that risk.
You would display a moon rock.
Fuck yeah, I would just a moon rock. But that risk?
Yeah.
You kidding me? No. I wouldn't do it. I'd walk through Kensington before I did that. I don't know about that. People are like at 45-degree angles.
Kensington, speaking of Kensington, Philadelphia. What about Ben Franklin, a document signed to provide firewood for guards in Pennsylvania?
That handwriting is phenomenal.
Amazing, right? They don't teach that.
That is nice to look at. Every single slanted letter is perfectly lined up on no line paper.
Yeah.
That is
looks
great to look at. Wow. That's a piece of art right there.
It really, back in the day, they don't teach
That's
that.
worth buying. Why is that only $14,000 and Steve Jobs was $80,000?
There's more autographs of Ben Franklin than Steve Jobs actually out there.
Yeah, but look how nice that is.
Yeah. This is a letter from Jackie Robinson responding to somebody who asked him about what he thought and what he expected from him breaking the baseball color barrier. So this is a letter on Dodgers letterhead from 1949. He broke the color barrier in 47, and they asked him, like, what did you think was going to happen and stuff like that. And he responded, and you can see right there. He
did you say anything about Pee Wee Reese?
No, I don't think so. Not about Pee Wee Reese. But, yeah, it just talks about the whole...
Oh, Branch Rickey's Brooklyn Dodgers, yeah, 100%.